Hi, how are you? I just wanted to do a real quick video here in my super messy kitchen as I am literally in the middle of making dinner because I thought it might be interesting because I'm cooking with potatoes because of course, what's an Irish pagan to do? So I had a bag of just salad potatoes that I have the skin on them and everything. They're the small little new ones, and I decided that I was going to make some potato cakes, and it's kind of grown legs a little bit as things often do. So we do have potato cakes, which, let me see, there you go. All right, so they're just finishing off cooking. There's going to be some broccoli with them. I've already already done John's and served up for dinner. And they were made in this pot, okay? So what I did was I boiled up those potatoes and then I got my blender thing, hand blender, and mush them up because I find because I'm gluten free, I like cooking with potatoes because they get kind of creamy, especially if you don't use floury ones. If you use like a new kind of salad potato, they get kind of creamy when you blend them, and it doesn't matter if the skins are on them, so you still have all the vitamins and stuff. So that was my plan. So I took half of those potatoes and I added onion, garlic, pepper, an egg, a little bit of gluten-free flour, and salt and pepper, and a little bit of butter, and oh yeah, and then for the potato cakes, I actually made them into fish cakes. So I just had 2 tins of mackerel in sunflower oil and threw them in too. And I literally just blended everything up and then stuck it on a pan, fried with a little bit of olive oil and butter, and as I said, served with some green veg, some broccoli. So that's that. And then I had half of that potato mixture still left. So what I did was you can see it here. I have gluten-free brown bread mix. Okay, so that's Odlum's, which we have here in Ireland. So I don't know what. Honestly, because I'm gluten-free, I was doing all this like with strong bread flour or brown flour, and my gluten-free stuff is just experimentation, basically. But what I did was I took, which is basically the same potato cake mixture, just without the fish, and onions and everything in it, and added some of the brown bread mix to it, and then kneaded it up. So you can see it gets this lovely texture here. And basically what I'm going to do with that is I put some cheese in it as well, and I'm going to break off strips of that, roll them out, and then literally tie them in a little knot and bake them in the oven as scones. So that's kind of what I'm doing with that. And it's kind of a little bit cliched maybe to be bacon with potatoes, but they are a superfood, and the reason that they have become such a tradition in Ireland is because they were literally our slave food. For anybody who doesn't know the history of the potato in Ireland, it only came here in medieval times. And I'm just going to turn my cakes actually while I'm here. Show you. Let's see, but anyway, they're going to burn if I don't turn them, so they should just get flipped. Can you even see that? What the hell kind of video is this? Irish pagan vlog. So yeah, what we have is slave food, which Ireland is a very rich agricultural society and always has been, as far as we know. And we were growing and exporting all of the same foods that we have here, but they were going to the English landlords because we were a colonised nation. So the Irish were kind of left with these potatoes, which do grow very well in Ireland generally, and they suit our climate. And when they were brought here in the 1500s, which would have been about Queen Elizabeth's time, They were imported by Sir Walter Raleigh, I believe, from maybe South America or somewhere. And they have gained this reputation as being a native Irish food, which they're not. But they were literally all that was left. And potatoes with a little bit of spring greens, which we could get from nettles or, you know, anything that was kind of grown wild. That was, and, you know, maybe a bit of butter, a bit of dairy going into it. That was, that's your perfect complete diet. I mean, you could just live on that, no bother. So that's why dishes like Colcannon are quite popular in Ireland, where you have basically green stuff thrown through mashed potatoes. So you could either, you know, be using kale or cabbage or spring onions. It depends. It varies from region to region. So that's what we had. And then the reason that, you know, we have the great potato famine, which everybody hears about, is because when the potato crops were failing, and they failed multiple times, there were multiple famines. On Gortha Mór, which we call the Great Hunger, happened in the 1800s here in Ireland, and 1840s, I believe. And that happened because, not because we didn't have any food here, because we were actually growing and exporting the same amount of food, but because we weren't allowed to have any of it. So we were stuck with the potato, and if the potato failed, fuck you can starve to death, because the English landlords need their rent. So that's the way it happened. So what's classed as a famine is actually more a genocide, even to the extent of an ethnic cleansing. So if you didn't know that, there's a little bit of a history lesson for you on why the potato was so popular in Ireland. So that's kind of the end of that. I am going to be doing I'm going to go and eat my dinner now. I am going to be doing the daily content, and I will get a little bit less vlog style. See my plants here on my kitchen window ledge. My poor herbs, I rescued herbs from the supermarket. So I have basil and rosemary and coriander, and when I went away for the weekend, they all died. But the rest of my lovely aloe and my other plants that are there, my carnivorous plants, so my orchid, geraniums, pitcher plant, all the rest of it, they're all doing really well, thankfully. But yeah, so I am going to be doing some sit-down videos at my desk and some more blog posts and things. So do sign up to the mailing list at loraobrien.ie, and you will get emails about the daily content. And you can also, so some of them will be on the fly like this, because I will be doing the occasional vlog again through the month, but I am going to settle down back to the desk tomorrow, and you'll get more kind of structured videos. So through November. So if you're watching this after November, I may be doing more daily content, or there will be content every couple of days anyway. So there'll be lots like this. If you have anything you want me to talk about, blog about, do a video on, comment below. And do like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the content. Okay? So slán go fóill, and I'll catch you tomorrow.